All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Zach here with another video. Today is January 23rd, 2025. We've got a push session for y'all today. And it was a great one, gotta say, starting off here with the overhead presses. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about how we're feeling after that leg day yesterday. So, feeling pretty good. Let's see, quads are quite sore, both of them. Much more sore than they were last week, that's for sure. And then hamstrings are very sore as well. Glutes, about the same, so everything's pretty sore. Let's see, calves. Yeah, calves have just been consistently sore. Slaying some 10s on to keep warming up here. Like I was saying, calves have been consistently sore, and that's actually something I had predicted when I said I was going to start doing calves 4 times a week, so they're pretty much always just hurting a little bit. Now, that is a good sign for our leg day. Like I talked about yesterday, everything was super locked in, man. It was so nice. Having the chalk cue to keep my legs aligned well helped with that force production in the squat. Straight leg deadlifts are always super dope. Another weight change here, getting up to our working weight of 75 pounds here on the overhead press. I think I did a potentiation set, just a couple reps here. But like I was saying, the cues on the high bar back squat were great. Straight leg deadlifts also very, very good. Keeping the foot a little more straight and keeping the feet a little closer together. Now for the reverse Nordics, that cue also pushing off of the top of the toe and stuff like that. Super big bonus on that one. So definitely helped out get us some quad stimulus. So I'm happy about it, folks. And then, we already talked about the calves. So, on to today's session. It was a good one. We actually ended up, I got this new pre-workout. It's a Transparent Labs lean. I was looking for something, it's got 180 milligrams of caffeine. I had mentioned before I was looking for something with a little less caffeine because I like to have a caffeinated beverage at other times of the day as well. So I really wanted to, whenever it was about time, I've only got maybe 2 or 3 scoops of the other pre-workout. I figured it was about time to switch to something with a little bit less. Let's see, I was going to say, things were looking pretty strenuous there. So that was the final rep, so that would be, the 12th rep on our first set of overhead press. Now, as you'll see, or you will have seen, don't worry about the tense of things, just pick one and run with it, it's fine, doesn't matter. We did add a set to overhead press, but because I already knew my reps were going to get as low as like 7 or 8, and the bottom of the rep range is 8 technically, I decided to go ahead and do a drop set. So I pulled off the 2.5s here in a little bit and do 70. Wait. Okay, I've got the wrong clip on there. No, that's right. Yeah, 80 pounds, pull the 2.5 off. Then it's 75 pounds. Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at the very end. Here, I'll show you guys my logbook. Check it out. So I was looking at this number, 75 pounds. That's the one set, the drop set. So you guys will see that in a little bit. Did the drop set there. And that worked out great. Now, I did the same thing on the dumbbell incline bench. You guys will see that here in a little bit. And the reason I'm putting drop sets instead of just adding another straight set, which is what, just for nomenclature's sake, a straight set is like the first 3 sets I do here, just doing repetitions until I can't anymore, essentially, or I get to whatever target reps in reserve I'm shooting for. And a drop set is just basically saying that I'm dropping the weight down and performing another straight set. So it's just a little bit of jargon there, but that's what's going on here. So the reason I do that, though, is to milk a little more time under tension. So what I could have done is just done the reps here, my performance on overhead press. I got 12 for the first set, 9 for the second, then 7 for that third set at 80 pounds. And then that last set, that drop set that I do, I got 8 reps there. So if I would have done another straight set with 80 pounds, I maybe would have got 5 reps. Yes, click, 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 click. Clicking up for dumbbell bench. So like I was saying, if I would have done 5 reps at 80 pounds there for the overhead press, the time under tension, that would be closer to something you would be wanting to do for like a strength-based workout where you're trying to increase your performance. I mean, doing hypertrophy is going to make you stronger, but there's a different way to train for strength. You're trying to move or perform exercises at near maximal amounts, so that way you can just keep increasing your maximal amount, if that makes sense. So that's not my goal here necessarily. I'm trying to build muscle, so doing the drop set allows me to get an extra, in this case, move up to 45 here for our first working set. And so yes, drop the weight down, I get more reps, which means I get more time under tension, more reps in that close to failure realm, which means Finley's getting a little rowdy down there, a little sneak dog. More hypertrophy stimulus is what all of that means. So that's the reason I chose to do a drop set instead of just another straight set. There's a lot of intensity techniques. I'm thinking I'm probably going to be doing mile rep match here soon, maybe for the 1 RIR or the 0 RIR week on an exercise or two. You guys will get to see that. That'll be pretty cool. I think I did that my first macro cycle with you guys here on YouTube. But anyway, dumbbell incline bench. So we did a similar thing to the overhead press here. 2 straight sets. Performance wise, I got 13 reps on the first set, 11 reps on that second set. That's a good performance. That tracks with what we did last time. And then the drop here, I went from 45 pounds to 40 pounds for a set. And then I did 10 repetitions. So again, the same kind of principle here as we move into this second set of dumbbell bench. I want more time under tension, more duration in time for those muscles to receive signals that they need to grow. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it. So that's why I chose to do a drop set rather than just crank out a low rep set. Even though I will say low rep sets, doing like squats 5 to 10, well, maybe squats isn't the best example because squats are super intense, but doing some exercise, let's say, I guess bench is probably a good example, especially dumbbell bench, because you're not going to go, I mean, at least I'm not going to go super duper heavy on dumbbell bench because I'm just not that strong. But doing sets of like 5 to 10 is way more comfortable than doing sets of like 15 to 25. Doing like reps of 16 on dumbbell bench, oh my gosh, man, starts burning real bad. And you can see even these sets of 13, I did 11 here. This is probably, let's check these reps out too, actually. Oh, of course. Set ends immediately. So this must be, okay, this must be the second working set. So let's check this set out together, guys. Let's see here. So yeah, that was one thing I put in my notes here. Pushing the depth for sure we're pushing the depth here. We're getting super deep into that stretch. Tons of tension. And one of the things, you guys might try this out if you're doing any dumbbell benching or any kind of bench pressing. I found that it's a lot more comfortable to, like, if I'm flat on the bench, instead of having my neck craned this way or like directly straight, to kind of like let it sit back a little bit, and then I'll just kind of like relax my neck to some extent. I mean, of course it gets tense when you're holding weight, but I don't know, I just found that was a little more comfortable, and I felt like I was getting a better stretch doing that. Maybe it was just the neck muscle stretching, but yeah, that's kind of what I was experiencing there. There was I think there was another thing. Oh yeah, so we're cranking up here to what was that? Oh no, so we are on overhead tricep extensions now. Good deal. Yes. So cranking up to 30 pounds. Actually, wait, no, that was 25, right? For a warm-up set? Yes. Yeah, so doing a little warm-up set on the tricep extensions. We also increased volume here, but because my reps are so high, I decided to do another straight set. So you can kind of see the logic kind of fitting in here, where it's like, okay, I'm in a rep range here. For those last two exercises, the rep range is 8 to 12. Dumbbell incline is 10 to 20. Going up to our working weight. Yeah, dumbbell incline is 10 to 20, but it's on the lower end because I'm getting 13 and 11. But overhead tricep extension is 10 to 20, and my first set historically is in the middle of that range. So that means the final set is probably going to be close to 10. So even on the incline bench, I could have probably just done another straight set, but I wanted more time under tension, so that's why I did that. In this case, might as well talk about performance here on these tricep extensions. For the first set, 15, second set, 13, final set, 11. 11 is a long time under tension, so that's why I was saying I decided to go ahead and just do another straight set here. So that is good. Good numbers here for the tricep extension. 15 and 13 is what we got last session, and then that tracks on with what we got, and then we, as typical, depending on the exercise, but usually drop around 2 reps set to set, just from local fatigue in the musculature. So, what else did I have in my notes here today? Oh yeah, I also wrote that in the logbook, actually. I freaking love these tricep extensions. I kind of got into cueing myself on these similarly to the way that I was cueing on the reverse Nordics yesterday, where it's all about, as soon as the movement starts or before the movement even starts, I'm like just activating the triceps right away, and then the whole way down on the eccentric, it's just a long resistance. So yeah, doing that did the same thing that the reverse Nordics application did for the quads, where just a crazy burn, super crazy burn. So definitely try that out. Those 2 exercises for sure. That cue, for me at least, is working out wonderfully. So we are getting into, I think this should be our second or third working set here. So definitely feeling it. Now, metabolite accumulation, we talked about that. That's that burn. And then, so I did want to talk about fatigue, especially going from 3 RIR to 2 RIR now. So one of the things I did notice is after this workout, and even now, like everything just feels jank. Like it is jacked up. Chest feels weird. Like it just feels like things just aren't firing properly. It's disrupted, and that's that perturbation that I've talked about quite a few times. I'm perturbed. Please, someone help me. I need help. Yeah, that's a really great sign that you cause some hypertrophy stimulus when you're feeling like that. So, ooh, clickety clack, moving to 15. That means we're warming up for the dumbbell flies here. And this, getting an angle for dumbbell flies, maybe, I am a noob at this, at filming, so perhaps it's my fault, but trying to get a good angle on this, like there's been a few videos where I almost completely obstruct the camera. It's a little bit unfortunate, but hey, I'm learning, guys. I'm trying to figure it out, enjoying myself, but can definitely visualize the stretch here. I keep forgetting. Well, next push day when we're at 1 RIR, that'll be a great time to look too, because it'll actually be a good indicator watching the reps to be able to see, am I actually, does this look like 1 RIR? Is this slow enough to be 1 RIR? So that'll be fun to watch with you guys and see, kind of evaluate my own form and my own footage there in that way. So getting into the first working set here, which resulted in a performance of 13 repetitions. And then the second set, I got 11, which totally tracks with what I got last session. So happy about that. Since it's all 2 RIR, that's pretty much what we should be seeing. Although I will say the second microcycle tends to be a little more difficult than the first. I don't know if it's just because fatigue is accumulating week to week, and I've technically already done 2 weeks of this macrocycle, and now we're on the end of the 3rd week at 2 RIR, even though there was that, super plague that wiped me out for nearly a week. Still making pretty good headway here with the program, so very happy about the way that progress is tracking. And then I did want to mention on the dumbbell flies here, I kind of cued pushing my arms out more as I went down. Like instead of just flying down like this, I was kind of cueing out, like pushing them out and then trying to use only my chest to maintain them as I pushed out. And it got nasty. It's already a little sore, especially the, is it the major on top? The upper pec is already sore. But yeah, my whole, like, anterior portion of my upper body is probably going to be quite sore in the morning, which will be not terrible for pull day, but it gets a little uncomfy, especially on the incline curls when you're like going down for the stretch and your chest is pulling and it's sore and you're like, it's nice, it's very good. So that's gonna be fun, man. And tomorrow's gonna be a sweaty one too, because we're doing 5 sets of incline curls, because it's like I said, man, they just weren't sore. So I'm gonna spam another set, and if that doesn't work, if they don't get sore, that's when I'm gonna break out another tool that I know of, which is, thank you, Mike Israel, which is Meyer Rep Match. So I'll just do that. I'll just crank out as many reps as I can. So this will be next week. So this will be 1 hour. I'll crank out as many reps as I can till I can only do one more, conceivably, until total muscular failure. And then every set after that, I will hit the same number of reps by just doing little mini sets. So that's the end of the footage here, guys. We are going to go. I'm still working on the format here, but I'm glad you guys are here with me, especially anyone that made it to the end here. And I'm going to head out. Hope you all have a good one. See ya.